So they just had somebody confess to the murder of Natalee Holloway. And if you're not following this story, I really want to go over it with you because it illustrates many points. And she was a young woman who was on vacation. She was 18 years old in the Caribbean. She meets a Dutch national at a bar. They're hanging out together. They take transportation back to her hotel. He has the transportation stop far before her hotel so they could walk a ways. And he leads her to the beach. They end up walking on the beach, start kissing, and he wants to take things further than she wants to take things. He gets forceful with her. She shoots him a knee, and he bashes her head in with a rock from the beach, and then takes her body out to the ocean, and it's never to be seen again. And he got away with this crime for 20 years because they never found the body. But of course, being a sociopath, he commits another murder, and he's in prison for that, and tries to extort money from Natalee's parents to say where the body is. If they send money, he'll divulge what actually happened and where the body is, and that's what ultimately brought him down. He gets extradited to the United States, and then does a plea bargain where he gets 20 years for her murder and spills the beans about what actually happened that night. So really sad, tragic story. I'm disappointed that he only got 20 years, but hopefully that's the full 20 years. And so, but it illustrates a couple really serious points here. And that is, when she met him at the bar and they're hanging out, I'm sure he seemed perfectly charming, right? I mean, I'm sure things were going really well up until that point in time. Enough, she never intended to sleep with him. So, why did she get in transportation with him? And then they got out to the beach, and that's not a enclosed area, but it's a secluded area. And then all of a sudden, it's like a flip in personalities, right? Somebody who she thought was like being very friendly and they were on the same page. All of a sudden, he wants what he wants, and he'll kill her if he doesn't get it, right? And if you've never experienced facing that evil before, that about face that somebody can do in a second, it is terrifying, it is shocking. I've been through it myself in a different situation. And anybody can appear sane for a short period of time. So here's what I want you to know about that, is that there's a couple things. She should have never have gotten in a car with him. She just met him. She should have never have gotten on a secluded beach with him because she just met him and she didn't really know him that well. And also, what men consider consent is very different from what women consider consent. And there's been studies on that. Even men who are not sociopaths, they may consider, just like kissing or going from the bar further to the next destination, consent. Where women, that's not even in your frame of mind. That's not even in your, what you have planned for that evening, right? So that's a really important thing. And unfortunately, she was a young woman. She was 18 years old. And unfortunately, young people don't know what they don't know. And it's a really funny thing that it's like not young women who click open my ads, it's women 35 to 45 years old. And my theory on that is because they've already been slapped by a boyfriend, or they've already gotten into a situation that they didn't count on, right? They've had a taste of that evil and have seen it, and they don't want to deal with it again. So please come to one of our seminars. They're really great. They cover, I have new material that's covering psychological manipulation, gaslighting, the subtle cues of bad intent. And then if you're at one of our live seminars, we're also doing the physical training, which is top-notch, first class, from a military style that is just meant to take out your opponent right away. Anybody can do it. So please check out our website and what's happening next. If you've been to one of our seminars, we give you a discount to come back because it's always refreshed new material. And our website, bulletproofbabes.net. Check out next events, and I hope I see you at one of them.